What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Friday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium. Happy Friday. It's the weekend once again. It's June 9th already, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. But I'm very excited that the weekend is here. We've got a couple quick things just off the top. First things first, you'll see this QR code down here if you're watching on YouTube. That QR code is going to take you to a link to sign up for the best exclusive offers across all of my favorite sports books. Now, I just want to clarify something. Gambling Twitter and the sports betting realm is very shady. I think it's a little bit seedy. You have tons of pick services and pay for my picks and this and this and this. I don't do any of that. I'm not going to charge you for my picks. I do 3 picks each and every day public on YouTube. I post my public plays every single day on Twitter. It's all tracked on BetStamp. So the only thing that I ask in return is maybe a subscription to the YouTube channel if you like what you see, and using this QR code when you sign up for a new sportsbook if you're going to do it anyways. They've got the best initial bonus offers. They're exclusive offers, exclusive to this code, okay? Use that there. And if you're listening, there's description is in the thing below, and the link's there too. If you're watching on your phone, the link to that is down below. And that way, when I talk about all the different sports books, when I make bets every day, you can sign up for them and you can get those odds. Number 2, we've got a contest winner to announce. We ran the randomizer. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed, who has liked, who has tweeted, who has commented. This is something I want to keep going, and I think do monthly, is just do a monthly giveaway here because it's really fun, and why not? Ran the randomizer, and the winner of the $25 cash money is on Twitter at NHL Goalie Props. So shout out to at NHL Goalie Props. I'm going to reach out to you today. I'll also put that in the tweet. And you're going to get $25, and I'm going to send you to pick a sports book, play some bets, and hopefully win some money. And that's all on me. And again, that's something that I want to start doing more consistently, have a monthly thing or something, and figure it out from there. So that is my plan for that. So congratulations again. Thank you to everyone who has entered. There was some great traction on all the different channels here, and we're starting to build some good relationships there. So let's talk about our bets last night. 2-1 night was an overtime goal away from a 3-0 sweep. We would have had the Vegas Knights to go up 3-0 against Florida. They lose that game 3-2 in overtime. But that's okay. If you follow me on Twitter, I did have some side bets. We had the under 6, that hit. And we had Bobrovsky to get under 28.5 saves. That also hit. So those are both for half a unit. So we broke even on the game because it was a full unit on Vegas to win. But that's okay. And then the other 2 bets we had did hit. So Baltimore was down 3-0 for most of that game. They rallied late. They win that game 6-3. So we hit that bet. And then in the CFL, the BC Lions, we had them +4. They won outright. I should have sprinkled money on the money line. I think they were like plus 180 or something against Calgary, which just did not make sense to me at all. So the BC Lions hit. We ended up that with 11.2% closing line value, and that it closed at plus 2.5. So that's the benefit of watching these videos early, and that's also the benefit of, again, signing up for the books that I talk about where you can get all of these odds. Okay, let's get to today. You'll notice I don't have any NBA Finals bets today, and the reason for that is, thanks to BetStamp, I'm hosting a watch party tonight. And that's sort of the theme of the party. So there are going to be NBA Finals bets. I'm going to be posting a lot of bets later on this evening. So if you follow me on Twitter there at Tyler Conium, I'll be posting quite a few NBA Finals plays, but nothing on the official one here today just because it's going to be with a group of friends, and we're all going to be making bets together, and I didn't want to place any beforehand that might sort of influence or take away from the social aspect of that later, but rest assured I will be posting those on Twitter later on in the day. So we're going to start with Major League Baseball. We're going to start with the ultimate rival series of the Boston Red Sox at the New York Yankees. You've got the Red Sox coming into this 31-32, Yankees 37-27. They've pitched well. You've got a good pitching matchup today with Garrett Whitlock against Garrett Cole, the battle of the Garretts. I like the Yankees in this one to be leading after the first 5 innings. I'm going to trust Garrett Cole over Garrett Whitlock. When you look at Cole's last few starts, it's been a little bit rough. He did just go 6 innings against the Dodgers and give up 1 run. Previous to that, he went 6 against San Diego, gave up 5. He went 5 against Baltimore, gave up 5. If you see me scratching and like my eyes and everything, my allergies are so bad this morning, so I apologize if it's distracting on the video feed. But previous to that, he gave up 0 against Toronto, 2 against Tampa, which was a really good outing. I like Garrett Cole to have a nice bounce-back game here today, and I like for the Yankees to be leading this game after the first 5 innings. It's actually more about Garrett Whitlock than it is about Garrett Cole, because Whitlock hasn't been great. In his last 5 starts, he was out with an injury. So his last start was June 3rd against Tampa. He went 4 2/3, gave up 4. Previous to that, he went 5 innings against Arizona. That was good. He gave up 1. But he's given up 5 4 innings against Milwaukee. He's given up 5 5 innings against Tampa. Boston has somewhat of a good offense. I'm not going to, they are 37 25 to the over this year. The New York Yankees are actually going into the under. Red Sox, the over is 5-1 in Whitlock's last 6 starts. And then when you look at New York, under is 6-0 in Cole's last 6 starts. So the Yankees are scoring runs when Cole is on the mound. They're not giving up a lot aside from his last 2 rougher outings. I think that the Yankees are going to be poised to have a nice game here today. What happened yesterday? Yankees beat the White Sox 3-0 yesterday. Coming off 2 losses, though, Yankees were in a bit of a rut. And then you have Boston, who's lost 2 straight at Cleveland. So I like the New York Yankees here in the first 5 innings to be leading this game. That's minus 115 at FanDuel. Now we're going to go to Cleveland, where the Boston Red Sox just played, and we've got the Astros and the Guardians, and we've got a heck of a pitching matchup. Now, Cleveland, I thought was going to be better this year. I actually have a ticket for them to win the World Series. They're 29-33 this year, and they haven't been great at home. They're 14-16. Astros come in after having just lost 3 of 4 to the Toronto Blue Jays, including 3 straight by scores of 5-1, 3-2, and 3-2. I like this game to go under 8. It's minus 109 at BetRivers. I always like round numbers because I always like push potential if the game is 5-3, if the game is 6-2. But I think we're going to see more of an under game here. Houston is 32-30 to the under this year. Cleveland, one of the best teams in baseball, to the under at 38-21. You've now got Christian Javier going up against Logan Allen in a great pitching matchup. Javier is 7-1 with a 2.84 ERA. And Allen is 3-2 with a 2.76 ERA. Yes, the bullpens might get involved here because we're not just doing the first 5. That's at 4. I don't like that number of 4 because one big inning just ruins your whole ticket. Whereas when you have 8, one big inning, you can kind of sustain that a little bit. Javier has gone 6 innings, 5, 6, 6, 7, 6, and 6. It's been 8 starts since he went less than 6 innings, and he hasn't given up more than 3 runs in all of those starts. So I don't think that the bullpen is going to be a huge factor for Houston. Even if it is, as I mentioned, yeah, they've lost 3 straight games, but they only gave up 5, 8, 11 runs over those 3 games combined. Now, when you look at Logan Allen, same story. He's gone 6, 7, 6, 5 2/3. Then he had a rougher outing, 4 1/3 against LA, but he's only given up 5 earned runs in his last 3 starts as well. Cleveland's bullpen I don't trust quite as much, but I think the starters are going to be able to go deep enough for this not to matter. So I'm taking the Houston Astros and the Cleveland Guardians under 8 for minus 109 at BetRivers. And your last bet of the day is good old CFL football, man. And if you watched the game last night, there's something about the CFL, and trust me, when it's late August and it's September and you're starting to do your fantasy football drafts. I've been in a keeper league for 16 years with the same group of friends. And it's that first Sunday and you get a pizza and there's a crisp in the air. Trust me, there is nothing quite like that first week 1 of the NFL. But there's just something about the CFL too where the games start, the kickoff is summer. We're just on the sort of the cusp of summer. We're just getting into summer. The CFL is kicked off knowing that the Grey Cup is going to culminate probably in the snow, probably on a frozen tundra somewhere where we know the Super Bowl is going to be either in a dome or in a hot weather state. There's just something about knowing that the CFL is going to be there all summer long and culminate in the winter. There's just something about it, man, and I love it. And have a great matchup today of arguably the top two teams in the preseason power rankings anyway. We've got the Hamilton Tiger Cats at the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and I'm taking the Bombers here minus 5. This is minus 110 at BetRivers. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers won back-to-back Grey Cups, went to a 3rd straight one last year, lost to the Toronto Argonauts. Shout out to the Argos. And now you have the Tiger Cats rolling out a new look at quarterback with a combination of former Stamps quarterback Bo Levi Mitchell and James Butler. And it's going to be interesting to see how that works. You see a lot of dual running backs in the NFL. CFL, you'll see dual quarterbacks quite often, actually. I think it's going to be tough. They've lost Stephen Dunbar Jr. to the Elks, and they also parted ways with Poppy White during the final roster cutdowns. Duke Williams, he's questionable with a knee injury. He's supposed to fill that void at wide receiver, so that's going to be interesting. And the Blue Bombers narrowly, as I mentioned, missed out on a three-peat in November. Zach Collaros is back, Brady Oliveira is back, Rasheed Bailey, Dalton Schoen. Almost all of the entire Bombers team is back. And I think that Hamilton's going to put up a good fight, but at the end of the day, this game in Winnipeg, the Hamilton Tiger Cats are one of the worst teams on the road last season. They were brutal on the road. And I don't know if we're going to see too much change there. And Winnipeg is one of the best home teams dating back the last 2-3 years as well. So not too much analysis because it's just week one. We don't know too much of what's going on, but based on preseason rankings, I have the Bombers as the best team in the CFL, and I like them by less than a touchdown here, so -5 for -110 at BetRivers. So again, if you're looking to sign up for any of these books, FanDuel or BetRivers, use the QR code on the screen there. Sign up for a new book, make the minimum deposit. You're guaranteed the best, most exclusive offers. I use all of these books. These are all my real bets, and it helps me out as well. So feel free to drop a comment if you're fading or following. I guess I should recap what the bets are, right? Today I've got the New York Yankees by a run or more in the first 5 innings for -115 at FanDuel. I've got the Houston Astros and the Cleveland Guardians to go under 8. That's -109 at BetRivers. And I've got the Winnipeg Blue Bombers -5 for -110 at BetRivers. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. You can follow me on Twitter at Tyler Connie for more picks and props throughout the day. TikTok and Instagram for just the picks portions. And your audio is on Spotify and on Apple. Have a great Friday. I'm very excited for the NBA Finals tonight. Stay tuned for that, and let's talk sports.